You're going to find in Module 6 all of the important assignments that are required for your term paper. When you click on Module 6, you'll see there's a term paper requirements area. You can practice a file attachment if you haven't done one in the past. The topic submission, due date, annotated bibliography, due date, outline, the due date, and the final paper, the due date. Also within this area is the training video, which you are currently watching. I want to take you to the term paper requirements for a moment, and we will open that. There's an abundance of information here that I would suggest you read it and maybe read it a second time. There are some very specific hints in here about what's required as far as the milestones of the required submissions. Turn it in, the practice submission, turn it in, the submission for the final paper. Please note here that this is minus 10 points if it's not completed for the practice, and it's minus 20 points if not submitted for the final paper. Most of you have already completed the topic, which was worth 10 points, so keep an eye on the other due dates. Final paper, cover page, abstract, a bibliography, or any attachments, and go ahead and read the rest yourself. I'm just highlighting some areas that I think you should pay particular attention to. So go ahead and read the rest of that document on your own, and we'll go back to the requirements. The steps necessary for doing a practice assignment or the final term paper are identical, naturally with the exception that this assignment is the practice submission, so you get used to it, and when it's time for your term paper to be turned in, you go to the final term paper. So I'm going to use the practice assignment as my example of how you go about doing both of those. As a side note, if you've done this in the past in another class, then that's fine. Just go ahead and do it. You don't have to probably watch this whole video. You could also run into an instructor that has you do several assignments and use the Turnitin plagiarism checking website to see if you have done work that's not your own or not given credit to people that you should have given credit to. So let's continue on with the practice assignment. One of the things you're going to want to do is have a document saved on your computer someplace that you can attach in this area as a file. You can also copy and paste from a file that you've saved into this area. So it's up to you which one you want to do. You're going to click Practice Assignment. You're going to see that we've got the proper class that you're in. Here's the practice assignment, the start date, the due date, and the post date. Pay particular attention to the due date, and that's the date that the assignment is due by. Anything posted after that is going to be considered late. If you want to show details, you can do that. Here's just that information that you've seen in other places, and you can hide the details. Expand the assignment in case there's more that you are required to do. So we'll close that. The next thing you do, and again this is for the practice assignment or the final paper, you want to submit it. You click Submit. You can do the file upload or you can do cut and paste. It's up to you. For this example, we'll use file upload. Your name should appear here. If it doesn't, put your name there. This could be practice 1, or I'll just use P1. And if it's your final paper, then the title of your paper goes here. Look at the requirements for submission. The next step, either the practice or the final submission, go to Browse. You're going to want to locate the folder that contains your file. And give me 1 minute here. Again, if it's saved in a DOC, DOCX, RTF, you can use any of those. So I'll use this one here. It's been selected. I can open it, and you see that the file is now in this area. Next, I'm going to want to upload that file. It's waiting, it's processing. Step 1 and 2 has been completed. I now see that the paper is here, and this would be things that you've submitted, your practice submission or your final paper. Once you know that that's the file you want, and I have had students mistakenly upload a paper due for another class. So look at it over and make sure it's correct, and then hit the submit button. It might take a while because you're going to be submitting a cover page, an abstract, your several pages of your paper, and then a bibliography. Next, you see that you get the report that it was successfully submitted. Paper title. There's an ID, a control number for the Turnitin area. You're the author, and if you've got more than one, then you can go to a portfolio. And you can review again your paper. And that's it. What's going to happen next is you will actually receive a digital receipt in your email box. So check that, and I would still write this down as kind of proof that you did submit it. So if you've got any additional questions, just shoot me an email and I'll be able to respond to it. There's also, in the Turnitin area, there's a help area. There's videos, there's demonstrations if you go to the Turnitin website. So good luck with it, and make sure you get these assignments completed.